Hello, my name is Paul Siggins and I'm a mosaic artist. And we're going to be working together with you to create your very own mosaic. Mosaic is obviously an ancient art form. It's been used by the Romans, the Greeks, right up until present day. And we're going to be using some of the very same techniques to create a mosaic with you. Now this short film is just going to show you a few health and safety tips, and it's going to talk about some of the different materials we use and just give you a little insight to what we're going to be doing. Now these are two of the materials that we use a lot, glass and porcelain. So the glass tiles have little ridges and lines on the back, and with this particular material it's always the smooth flat side that you put down into the glue onto our template. Even if you're working with a very small piece, there is still a smooth flat side and a side with ridges, and the smooth flat side must go down into the glue. The porcelain mosaic is the same on both sides. It's smooth and flat on both sides, and therefore it doesn't matter which side it goes into the glue. Now, if I'm cutting the materials, which I'm going to show you now, I would have my safety goggles on. And obviously if you're in the area when we are cutting materials, you need to have your eyes protected, and that's purely because as we snip, sometimes we might drop bits. So just make sure that your eyes are protected, and that's the most important thing we need to have when we're making a mosaic. The next thing that we need to know is what glue to use. So we will always put the glue down for you. I've got some down here. And this is just a normal washable glue that you would have in your classroom. When it's applied, it's not too much, it's just a nice spread of glue, and you can see it wet onto the paper, and that's ready for the pieces to be put in. We don't glue the back of each tile, it takes too long. We always paste the glue onto our paper template. And if I start to lay my tiles, smooth flat side of the glass, and we always work in one direction, working away from the last piece that we put down. So I'll now grab another piece and I'll place it next to the last one, and we'll work our way across the design. The next important thing to remember is the gaps that we have between each piece. This is a really crucial part of any mosaic, and it doesn't matter if you're using big pieces or small pieces, there must be a gap between them. The ideal size for this gap is normally about 2 millimeters. So if I show you just on these two here, you want a gap of about 2 millimeters. That would be around every piece. And the reason for that is when the mosaic is set into its final position, it gets grouted, and you need a space for that grout to go. And that's what seals the mosaic and makes it last forever. When you're working on a mosaic, there may be cut pieces of tile around the mosaic, so try not to lean on the table with your arms or your elbows, or even with the palms of your hands. Just leave the area clear. And also, the mosaic that you're working on will now have wet sections on it, and they'll need to dry, so try not to nudge those or to be touching those too much. So, I'm just going to show you a finished piece now. Now on this mosaic you can see some of the things we've been talking about. You can see the grout joint around every piece. And now that's totally sealed now and will be waterproof. So it's as simple as that. It's a process I'm sure you're going to enjoy doing. Me and my team are going to look forward to seeing you when you come in to make your mosaic. See you soon.